Senator Biden, it's nice to have you here. As the youngest member of the Senate, the one, therefore, who may expect the longest career there, I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption, when in fact, whether or not you can run for public office, and it costs a great deal of money to run for the United States Senate, even from a small state like Delaware, you have to go to those people who have money, and they always want something. We were told that we politicians, as the young kids say, rip off the American public. I think the American public, in a way, rips off we politicians by forcing us to run the way they do. To raise $300,000 is no mean feat. And unless you happen to be some sort of anomaly, like myself, being a 29-year-old candidate and can attract some attention beyond your own state, it's very difficult to raise that money from a large group of people. I'm a 29-year-old oddball. The only reason I was able to raise the money is I was able to have a national constituency to run for office. Because I was 29, I'm like the token black or the token woman. I was the token young person. I went to the big guys for the money. I was ready to prostitute myself in the manner in which I talked about it. But what happened was they said, come back when you're 40, son.
Hello and welcome, fellow digital soldiers, to True Reporting. It is the 7th of January, and on today's podcast, we got a big one for you today. We will be discussing Michael Flynn, General Michael Flynn. Looks like he may be getting sentenced. I'm really hoping that President Trump pardons him. We need to do something about this. This is trending on Twitter right now with 23,000 tweets about it. So it's big, big news, and I know the president is well aware of it. Also coming at us from Inevitable ET, we're going to be talking about Iran. Much to talk about there. And finally, guys, climate control. Give me a break, right? Bushfires seem to be started by arson. The arrest toll hits 183 people. Guys, it's all propaganda. Let's get used to it, guys. This is what we need to do. But before we get into today's podcast, would you please welcome my sponsor, Noble Gold. Hey guys, Thomas from True Reporting here. Did you know that gold is up 18%? That's right. It's been like that since the month of June, and we all know why. It's because Trump is relentless against the Federal Reserve. We know that our money is not worth anything unless it's backed by gold. So why not back your 401k or IRA with gold and go to Noble Gold and tell them Thomas sent you from True Reporting. You call this number 1-877-646-5347 and tell them Thomas sent you, and it'll be worth your while. Thanks, guys, and enjoy the podcast. All right, guys, it's good to have you aboard. Before we get into today's podcast, would you please go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel, True Reporting 2.0. It's in the description box below. Also, guys, would you please go ahead and click the notification bell so when I post a video to this channel, you'll be the first to know. And finally, would you please go ahead and click the like button? The more likes that this video receives, the more times it is recommended to other viewers, thus more eyes on the truth. And with that being said, my friends, let's go ahead and hop into it. This is True Reporting. So as you can see here, over here to the right, Michael Flynn is trending right now with 24.7 thousand tweets. And it says here, prosecutors want ex-National Security Advisor Michael Flynn to receive a stricter sentence. This is bull crap, guys. The Justice Department recommended on Tuesday that the former Trump advisor face a longer prison sentence after Flynn accused the government of misconduct in the investigation that led to his conviction for lying to the FBI. We all know how corrupt the FBI is. This has all come out now, guys. I don't know if this is some sort of optic. I believe it is. is. But we're just going to have to wait and see. Keep retweeting this. Put out truth about Michael Flynn and how corrupt these three-letter agencies are. I do not believe that this man is guilty. I do believe that he is a patriot. So we just need to push it out there, right, into the collective consciousness. The government initially recommended a lenient sentence on the lower end of the guidelines because of Flynn's initial cooperation. But now it says they're reversing a probation recommendation. The DOJ proposes up to 6 months in jail for Michael Flynn, who will be sentenced later this month, citing his failure to accept responsibility to lying to the corrupt you-know-what and to complete his government cooperation. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to think of this. I believe it's optics at this point. But then again, we're just going to have to wait. His trial or his sentencing, I guess, is going to happen at the end of this month. So we're just going to have to be aware and keep pushing out truth to help this brave patriot. Moving forward. Coming from @inevitable_ET, please follow this person on Twitter. They put out incredible information. As you can see, I've been doing a lot of his work. I've been retweeting it. I've been talking about it because, in fact, he is putting out incredible information. He says here, and I love how he trolls the name, Salami was acting as a lone wolf in Iraq. He was there against orders from the President Rouhani. Salami was becoming too powerful, and he was using Iran's army as his own personal mercenary force. Absolutely. Rouhani was slowly losing control over his own military, and Trump saw this as an opportunity to make a deal with the devil. Both Trump and Iran want U.S. forces to begin wrapping up in Iraq. Rouhani wants Salami dead because he is becoming uncontrolled. Trump wants Salami dead in order to look powerful and to snub Obama for his pardon of the war criminal. Absolutely. Salami's death causes a vote in Iraq for U.S. forces to leave. Now Trump can pull forces without battling in Congress. Love it. There will be some more back and forth fake posturing from Iran against Trump in order to save face and create plausible deniability, but ultimately Rouhani will come to the table. Just like Noko Kim, it will make Trump look extremely powerful and smart. The media will be shocked. I love how he's showing this to everyone. Iran will come to the table and agree to inspections and denuclearization in return for sanction relief. The same thing that took place in North Korea. Again, every one of these countries out there, right? They all have a deep state. They do. It's not that the country's bad. It's that they're taken over by evil groups of people that then create wars, these proxy wars. And we're done with this, guys. I'm telling you, there will not be a war under this administration. The president has become old and weary of these paths and sees Trump as his ally against the globalists, as well as Ukraine, Australia, UK, Hong Kong. All of these awakening people are seeing this, right? It's all spreading worldwide. Now is the time when Iran can come to the table and establish strong economic nationalist trade deals that are free of globalist interventions. This is what we do. We free the people, and then the people take back their countries. They vote in anti-corruption, and then they move forward and progress. This will happen worldwide. This is the Great Awakening. Iran realizes that their war has always been against the Rothschild banks, and Rouhani realizes that Trump is their enemy as well. So now is the time to make a deal. The deal must be done in secret, where both sides look like enemies in order to save face to the general public who hate each other's guts. This will cause the price of oil to plummet below $30 by the end of the year. And during all this posturing, there will be additional, end quote, aid coming to assist the United States in controlling Iran, and will send their warships and submarines to park in the Indian Ocean and their bodies of water to have Iran surrounded. But is it really Iran that is surrounded? Last for a reason. Israel is next, step by step, all the way to the end. And I went on a rant in another podcast a couple days ago, a week ago, and I got a lot of flack for saying that Israel has a lot to do with this, because they do. And Inevitable_ET sees this as well. We all see it. It's time to open your eyes and realize that people are hiding behind this. They hide behind religion. They hide behind racism. They hide behind these things because they're put there for a reason, guys. It says here, think about which countries Trump did weapons deals with. Why is this crucial? These countries were all controlled by these last for a reason deep state Kabbalists. They want out from under their control and oppression as well. Absolutely. They will all have their new American high-tech weapons. And the deal is help us surround last for a reason, Israel. And end this once and for all. And we will grant you sovereignty and free nationalist trade deals with the greatest economy on earth so that your country thrives. That sounds like a win-win situation. Even if these countries were our, unquote, enemies, it was never the people or whole countries, governments, but deep state factions, just like I said, inside each country controlled by last for a reason. By last, who is last? Israel. Just like our country in the Act of 1871. And finally, we all want freedom. We are all about to get it. We just need the final boss to go down. The U.S. military, savior to humanity. 17, besides Jesus, of course, the greatest military operation of all time. And this was incredibly put together. I am totally 100% on board with the way that this guy thinks. I believe he's getting information from somewhere, or he might just be extremely smart and awakened to the fact, just like the majority of all of us. And finally, guys, I wanted to share this with you that climate change has nothing to do with the Australian fires, guys. This has everything to do with arson. So all of these people that Ricky Gervais was talking about yesterday or the couple days ago at the Golden Globe saying, hey, climate change and blah, blah, blah. No, guys, it's all propaganda. As we can see here, published 8 hours ago, Australian officials charged nearly 200 with fire offenses as deadly wildfire rages. And it says here, as exhausted firefighters in Australia toil in cooler weather to shore up defenses against deadly wildfires, officials announced Monday that nearly 200 people have been charged with fire-related offenses since the catastrophic wildfire season began. Same thing that takes place in California, the same thing that takes place within these Democrat-ran cities and states. It's all propaganda. The fires fueled by drought in the country's hottest and driest year on record have been raging since September, months earlier than is typical for Australia's annual wildfire season. So far, the blaze has killed 25 people, destroyed 2,000 homes, and scorched an area twice the size of the state of Maryland. In the New South Wales state, 130 fires were still burning on Tuesday, around 50 of which were uncontrolled. That is huge, guys. The NSW police force announced Monday that since November 8th, authorities have taken legal action against 183 people. This isn't climate change. For fire-related offenses, including 24 individuals who have been charged for allegedly deliberately lighting bush fires, a crime punishable by up to 21 years in prison. I think they should just light them on fire, to be honest. Police and Emergency Services Minister David Elliott told reporters at a news conference that 3 additional people were charged with alleged looting in areas affected by the fires. Elliott, who described the state as a tinderbox situation, so dangerous, said anyone caught putting the community at risk will be put before the court. Good for them. In my mind, he says, anybody that lights a fire either necessarily or unnecessarily against the total fire ban is putting the community at risk, and that needs to be pulled up, called out, and in many cases to be put before the court, he said in a press conference on Tuesday. Officials said investigators from the Financial Crime Squad arson unit have been working with local police to investigate the cause, origin, and impact of the fire since the latest state of emergency was declared last Thursday. Of those arrested, 40 are juveniles. Wow. An initiative in New South Wales dubbed Strike Force Toronto has also led to legal action against 53 people for allegedly failing to comply with a total fire ban and 47 people for allegedly discarding a lighted cigarette match on land. What's wrong with people? These people are crazy. Other states in Australia have also reported arrests in the past month for fire-related offenses. In Queensland, where the fires were the worst in November, 101 people have been arrested for setting blazes in the bush, including 32 adults and 69 juveniles. Guys, what are they trying to tell us? They are telling us that this is not done by climate change. This is done by people being idiots. So all you people in the media who are making this propaganda, all you people in Hollywood who keep spreading lies about climate change, we are awake to your garbage and your lying face. We hate it. We are so aware of it. Stop doing it, guys. It's getting old and it's played out and we're hip to it, guys. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. If you found it informative and you enjoyed it, please subscribe to my channel. You can follow me on Twitter at TRUreporting. Don't forget to leave a like. You can donate to this channel by going to my PayPal, Patreon. We have a P.O. Box and True Reporting merch. Guys, always know God is in control. We are His children and everything will be okay. I will speak with you very soon. Have a wonderful afternoon. Bye-bye.